Sony's new premium and extra tiers are well served when it comes to open-world games. The platform is chock full of massive maps that are just aching to be explored. Whether searching for a PlayStation exclusive or a third-party juggernaut, PS Plus Premium and Extra have players covered. With so many titles to pick from, picking somewhere to start can be challenging. Therefore, let's take a look at the top 16 PS Plus open-world games. At number 16, Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Originally released during the PS3 era, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning received a remaster in 2020. More than anything, this version helped put the game back on the market as it was not the easiest product to come by for a few years. Kingdoms of Amalur is a relatively straightforward fantasy RPG, and its story should not hold too many surprises for veterans of the genre. However, the game's world is refreshingly colorful and vibrant, helping to set it apart from some of its contemporaries. While somewhat dated in this day and age, Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning's gameplay is nevertheless a great deal of fun. Taking a few hints from hack-and-slash titles, the combat system is fluid, fast-paced, and explosive. At number 15, Infamous Second Son. All the Infamous games on PS Plus Premium are worth playing. While Cole's entries are highly rated, Second Son tends to get overlooked due to its relatively early release in the PS4's lifecycle. Despite coming out within a year of the console's launch, Infamous Second Son is still one of the best-looking games on the PS4, and its iteration of Seattle is incredible. As Delsin Rowe unlocks new powers and ways to interact with the world, Second Son grows into something truly special. This is also a pretty short open-world game. At number 14, Prey. Set on a space station, Prey puts players in Morgan Yu's shoes as he investigates the Talos 1 after it has been invaded by an alien threat. Combining elements of horror, stealth, and Metroidvania gameplay, Prey doesn't handhold players, allowing them to explore the environment at their own risk. Talos 1 is not as big of a location as some other open-world games, but it serves as a detailed and immersive sandbox filled with secrets to uncover and challenges to take on. At number 13, Middleearth Shadow of Mordor. PS Plus Extra's December 2022 lineup included Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, two games that should hit the spot for fans of The Lord of the Rings. Utilizing a combat system reminiscent of the Batman Arkham series, both titles knock their gameplay out of the park. As Talion, players traverse relatively expansive maps littered with orcs and uruks, completing quests in the process. The campaigns are somewhat linear, but they do provide some side content. Shadow of Mordor should be a newcomer's starting point, and it is arguably the more enjoyable of the two games. As the map is split into areas, the world is not quite as open as other games, but the individual sections are quite large and can be explored freely. At number 12, Crysis Remastered. The original game became something of a meme since the game required a beefy computer to run. All these years later, the first-person shooter is still visually impressive, an element highlighted beautifully by the remaster. Dressed in powerful nanosuits, Raptor Team lands on Lingshan Islands in search of important archaeologists who have gone missing. Predominantly set in a jungle, Crysis Open World might not be particularly unique, but it serves as a suitable playground for a power fantasy-type experience. Crysis Remastered is a good pick for anyone searching for a satisfying FPS that will not take them too long to complete. At number 11, Batman Arkham City. Rocksteady revitalized the superhero genre with its Arkham trilogy. Expanding considerably upon Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City unleashes the Dark Knight on a large prison that is basically a section of Gotham. While the story is quite linear and can be completed within 15 hours, Arkham City does contain plenty of other activities to distract Batman, be it the Riddler challenges or quests featuring DC villains such as Deadshot. Arkham City is a near-perfect open-world game and shows that the use of a map is far more important than its size. At number 10, Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. PS Plus Extra and Premium subscribers can jump into Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon or Far Cry 4. All three games are among Ubisoft's better open-world projects, and first-person shooter fans are likely to have a blast with any of them. However, Far Cry 3 gets the nod since it is undoubtedly the most important and influential release in the franchise. Far Cry 3 takes place on a tropical island defined by violence, something the protagonist learns quickly when he comes across the charismatic but deadly Vaz. Compared to more recent Ubisoft releases, Far Cry 3's open world is far more manageable in terms of size, while still being huge in its own right. At number 9. Marvel's Spider-Man. Spider-Man games are a dime a dozen, but Marvel's Spider-Man is anything but ordinary. Insomniac nailed the character's movement better than any other Spidey game in history. The basic act of swinging through Manhattan is a joy. These moments transition seamlessly into combat scenarios, be it the epic boss fights peppered throughout the story or the bursts of random encounters that populate the city's streets and rooftops. Marvel's hero is synonymous with New York, and that's something Insomniac's project respects and promotes. Manhattan feels like a living, breathing metropolis. At number 8. Death Stranding. Set in a post-apocalyptic version of the United States, players portray Sam, a person charged with traveling across the country delivering packages and establishing communication points. Death Stranding is very much about the journey. In fact, Sam has to carefully plan his trips and every step he takes along the way. Barren landscapes dominate the scene, and the gameplay can be quite meditative once players get used to its rhythm. At number 7. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. November 2022 continued the trend of Ubisoft games debuting on PS Plus, with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Rainbow Six Siege, and The Division 2 joining the extra tier. Set in Washington, D.C., Ubisoft's title envisions a post-apocalyptic alternate reality filled with warring factions and nature-covered landmarks. The series has quite a realistic presentation, although the sequel is slightly more colorful than its predecessor. The Division 2 has plenty of multiplayer-focused content, including PvP and an extensive endgame, but the story can be played solo and experienced as a single-player game. At number 6. Days Gone. The post-apocalyptic zombie game boasts quite a big world, and while the activities within are hit and miss, traveling through the roads of Oregon can be gripping. This mainly comes down to Days Gone's customizable bike, which develops into a beast over the course of the campaign. The game's zombie hordes also ensure that this world always feels dangerous. At number 5. Final Fantasy XV Royal Edition. Square Enix brought the Final Fantasy series into the open-world genre with the release of Final Fantasy XV. Prior to its release, fans still got a taste of open-world gameplay with installments like Final Fantasy VII, which allowed them to traverse an overworld via an airship. But Final Fantasy XV marks the first time that the series has entered a state of true freedom, allowing players to traverse a large open world filled with enemies, items, towns, and secrets. The end result is a fascinating and unique Final Fantasy title that follows 4 protagonists on a journey across an expansive land, built with the same hybrid-style ATB and action combat that players have come to love. At number 4. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Ghost of Tsushima transports players back in time to the 13th century as the Mongols invade Japan's Tsushima Island. After failing to stop the invasion and almost meeting his end, Jin Sakai goes on a quest to recruit fighters that could help turn the tide of battle. Ghost of Tsushima's open world is gorgeous, be it on the PS4 or the PS5. Tsushima Island is lavish, varied, and breathtaking. The same can also be said about the location of the expansion that is included in the director's cut. Within this map, players can look forward to engaging in intense samurai-themed battles and decent side quests with memorable NPCs. At number 3. Fallout 4. Bethesda's latest single-player Fallout is on offering with PS Plus for players that are looking to patrol through the wastelands. The game gives players tons of areas to explore, with a multitude of side quests to complete and secrets to uncover. Those looking for an FPS-style RPG with a myriad of areas to conquer should definitely fall in love with the iconic release. The franchise has been going strong, offering players a multitude of great open-world adventures, and Fallout 4 is no exception. Players can expect to put some serious time into this game if they want to see and do everything possible, and that's not even counting the DLC add-ons. At number 2. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. PS Plus Extra and Premium's November 2022 lineup revolved around Kingdom Hearts, but the selection also included one of the most beloved open-world RPGs of all time. Debuting in 2011, Skyrim was a massive hit right out of the gate, and its popularity has not waned over the last decade. The Special Edition is the definitive way to experience Bethesda's masterpiece on consoles, as it improves the visuals and provides support for mods. Skyrim's open world approaches perfection as it encourages exploration and discovery. The main storyline is fine, but the game's success lies in its immersive locations, customization options, and character writing. Even as the years continue to pass, Skyrim still comes across as a big deal, and its addition to PS Plus Extra makes the service seem far more complete. At number 1. Horizon Forbidden West. Around a year following its debut, Horizon Forbidden West has been officially added to PS Plus Extra. Besides being a big get for the platform, this announcement might provide some indication of how Sony plans to treat first-party titles when it comes to its subscription service. Horizon Forbidden West retains what worked in Horizon Zero Dawn, which is also on PS Plus Extra, all the while expanding on a few things that could have been improved upon. While the 2017 release has a beautiful and impressive open world, its sequel fills it with more interesting side content and micro-stories. Consequently, the game's map feels slightly more alive. When it comes to combat, the game delivers thrilling encounters that pit alloy against both humans and robots. The latter is undoubtedly the campaign's highlight. Hope you enjoyed our video. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. We upload new videos every day, and the best way to see them is a subscription, so click subscribe and press the notification bell icon. Thanks for watching.